What's up, guys? Osborne and McCarty are back for an MMA topic. We got a good one suggested by one of our viewers. Is Joe Rogan's commentary on UFC biased? Is it all right if I take this one first?
Go for it.
It is a little bit, and let me explain why. Joe Rogan has an opinion, and it's just going to come out. You know what I mean? To me, it's justified because it is his job to kind of hype the fight a little bit. And plus, Goldberg is kind of acting as the host, so to speak, of the show. You know, he does a lot of the talking, the setup, and things like that. And Rogan kind of comes in and explains, you know, some of the moves that are happening on the ground, or maybe some did you know type information. So Rogan, the times that it does bother me a little bit, and again, I don't want to bring up any controversial fights, but the Shogun Machida fight was, gosh, controversial enough. But I watched it. I remember hearing Rogan call out a lot of the offensive moves that the Shogun was doing. And I just remember thinking at the end of that fight, Shogun's won this. And of course I was shocked as everybody else when Machida won. But I read online a lot of people saying, hey, watch that fight again on mute and pay close attention to Machida as well. And you know what? I still think that Shogun edged him out maybe just a little bit, but it definitely wasn't as big of a walloping as I thought. Machida definitely was, returning a lot of offense even when he was getting those leg kicks, and Rogan didn't call it. But I give him a little bit of a pass because I've been to live UFC events, Matt. So have you. You've worked them as well as I have. And Rogan is sitting on the side with a little TV screen right next to the cage in one position, so he can only see so much. He's got that little TV, and of course, if he's looking live and actually watching what's happened, he's going to see it at the angle that he's sitting at. It's live, a lot of pressure, so you want to give yourself a true test. Put on the next UFC event, put it on mute yourself, and try being the commentator and just doing it yourself. Just try freestyle and see if you can last, 30 seconds, see how long it goes. It's a tough job, so you got to give Rogan a little bit of a slack, but for the most part, I think they're doing a great job. Both of those guys make a very good team. Watch Strikeforce. Yeah, Strikeforce is a great card, but man, the freaking commentator, the guy with the square glasses, he has that obnoxious, hey, how's everybody doing?
That was perfect.
He sounds like, one of those 60s radio DJs. Hey, everybody, get your bumper stickers. That kind of voice. It's in the can. It's so fake. Rogan and Goldberg are definitely who they are. Goldberg may be a little bit of flash, but not to the point where it's obnoxious. So, not trying to knock Strikeforce, but I could use without that guy. All right, Jared, let's throw it over to you. Do you think the fact that Rogan has to put some energy and some hype into this gives him a little bit of playing room here to be able to be a little biased or opinionated?
Well, he's the guy who's allowed to have an opinion. Mike Goldberg, he kind of mellows Joe Rogan out sometimes. But in the Machida Shogun fight, I think he was just kind of calling what he saw the whole fight. There weren't as many punches from Machida as there were kicks from Shogun. Yeah. So I think it might also be a little bit of him trying to hype up Shogun and his comeback. But I think he does like to hype up guys such as Cain Velasquez, new faces.
Yeah, and he is pretty active in the MMA community. I know he rolls with a lot of these guys. He talks to tons of them, and I know with Cain Velasquez that you brought up, a lot of people are saying that he's just the greatest thing, and these people that are saying this are other fighters. So I think it's a good point for him to bring it up, but it might kind of come across as a little nut huggish, a little bit. But,
yeah.
You got people that are going to be mad one way or the other. You can't please everybody. But What do you think? You have anything to throw in this? What's your 2 cents, Matt?
Yeah, he's got an opinion. Does anybody care? They shouldn't. I mean, he makes it fun. Just watch the next event on mute, period. It's not as fun. It's not as good. Commentary is nice. Joe Rogan will tell you things that you are not seeing. It's just the way it goes. He has an opinion. He's slightly biased. I think he does very well. This is Joe Rogan. Watch his stand-up. This is Joe Rogan.
PG Joe Rogan.
Yeah, seriously. So, yeah, he's biased. Do I care? No.
Greatest Joe Rogan line ever when he was talking about the rape choke.
Yeah.
Remember that fight?
Yes.
I remember going, I can't believe he just said that. And I found out later on that he did get a little bit of a tongue lashing about that. UFC told him, you might not want to use the ghetto terms when you're commenting on the fights again, but I thought that was pretty funny.
That was awesome.
Guys, thank you very much for watching. As always, we want to hear your comments, and we also want to hear other topic ideas. This was a really good one. Keep them coming. Guys, I'm Josh Osborne.
Matt McCarty.
Jared McCarty.
And we will catch you on the next MMA topic.